Welcome to this tutorial on week 4 assignment 4. My name is Danica Marquis and I'm going to show you how to technically upload and work with the assignment form. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to course and scroll down to my week 4.5. So in amongst the many instructions that I've been given, which explain week 4, I also have 2 videos. The integrated building design assignment, which hopefully you've seen before this. If you haven't, please do. This explains how to conceptually fill in the document. This is just the technical part, and we're the video straight after that. Once you've watched both of these videos, I'd like you to download the actual form that you'll need to fill in. You should already be familiar with this from assignment 2 and assignment 3, and you can fill this in as either a .doc or download the PDF or the JPEG. So we'll start with our new form here, enable editing, and in this particular case, let's say I have signed up for case 4, coastal protection. I'm just going to note that here. I would then fill in the necessary prerequisites. I'm just going to write gibberish here because I'm not teaching you how to fill in the content stuff. What I really want to show you is how to work with sketches, for instance. Now there are 3 particular ways you can do this that we would suggest. The first and easiest for computer lovers who have a steady hand is simply by using the drawing tools provided by Microsoft itself. And in this particular case, I might want to use the freehand or the scribble. And if I was trying to point out the sea, do a nice little curve there, I might want to change the thickness of this, make it blue to look like the sea. And give myself a second line, do a similar thing. Remember to point out the orientation, so using a different arrow, adding a text boxes where I need. In this particular case, I would just be to write north, but I might want a second one to illustrate that this is the sea, etc. So using Scribble is a fairly easy and convenient way to draw whatever you need. I am no graphic artist here. I suspect many of you are not. As long as you make your information clear and legible, that's absolutely fine. The second computer-driven way to do this is through something like Paint. Simple and easy to use program. And we will show you how to do this now. Whether you draw a thing in Paint or you decide to go for our third option, hand drawing it and taking a photograph, you will need to know how to actually upload the picture. Again, this is very, very easy in Microsoft Word. It is as simple as clicking on Insert, going to Picture, and then selecting your picture from wherever you've saved it. And you need to make sure that you've taken a picture that's a decent quality and that's clearly legible. In my case, my picture doesn't fit into the size of my text box and I want it actually as big as the text box, So I can delete the whole text box and click on picture and upload it below or on a separate page. And if I make it a little bit smaller, it then fits nicely underneath my picture. And if you're looking at it at 100%, this is still a clearly legible image taken from my cell phone. Once you're done with that, go to the next page and simply add an X to the box which you need to. Literally, it's as simple as that. And then type your explanations. Don't forget the last two, which are incredibly important. In order to upload it into edX, what you need to do is save this either as a PDF or as a JPG. In this case, a PDF makes the most sense. Save. And there I have my sketches and my boxes filled in. I then go back to the edX platform where I scroll down and I'll only be able to see if I signed up for group 4, I will see group 4. I can then choose my file and upload it. Now you'll notice that I've chosen my file. I now need to click upload file, but you will see that I don't yet have any submit response button. What I need to do first is to just, as noted, type completed, and then my submit comes out in blue and I can click submit. It just reminds me again, are you sure? Is the file attached? Yes, it is. Great. If peers have already started, I will then receive a peer response in front of me, which I can complete. If not, I will have to wait for my peers to respond first. I can look at my peers' work simply by clicking on their file and downloading it. Thank you for your attention. You've been watching the Building with Nature Assignment 4 video.